Good evening, this is Nerd the Human, and welcome to the grand finale of our YOLO run of Rome Total War's Alexander DLC. And you join us here outside of Bactria, the final city we officially need to claim victory. Although we are still a few territories away from official victory, we need 30 for that. We only have 23 right now. Yes, because last time, bit of a problem. The Scythians stabbed us in the back and took out Tom Zantium. We're actually on the same turn that we ended the last episode on, so we are currently on our way to land some reinforcements. Fair chance that Epidamnus will go down. I say will go down. They only have one ram, and there are actually rebel allies there waiting to help us out, so that may or may not be enough to save us. Elsewhere though, we do need to go and get on with Bactria. We have Eumenes of Naupactus over here, who's taken over from Parmeneon after he passed last time peacefully, of course. We're getting ourselves some reinforcements and brace on the mat, heading over to the slightly awkward to pronounce Thomas Ivnisan, the old city of Nisa, of course. Elsewhere, we have Artemios, the Honest, over here at Balac, who's just sieging that place out. There is one random force we need to keep an eye on, but Alexander has been reunited with his lovely agrarian javelinman, and he's taking out Pera currently. We're going to send this guy to go and help out with all of that nonsense. But elsewhere, okay, things are coming together. We are now officially at 10,210 men recruited, and you might say, Thomas, that's more than 10,000, but we actually do have 10,280 subscribers at time of recording, so you know what, we've got a few extra lads along, so I won't record all of this right now. Maybe we'll be able to afford another unit later in the day, but we shall see about that. Nonetheless, Jacobolon is only 2 turns away from getting experience on its units as well. That would be nice if I could ever afford them again. I guess we could retrain someone if we really need to. To start off with though, we probably do need to go and deal with this battle here, so I think it's time to head on in. We're going to have a go at this guy. 4%. Steve has failed. All of my assassins are absolutely terrible. The talent for assassination, inept poisoner. Stop trying to use poison, you numpty. So we're going to head on in, and we got Skillers over here. A bit of experience on them. A little bit of cav. Yeah, we're very short on cav at this point in this army, not only because I've been throwing them away. No. I've actually looked after them vaguely in this army. Obviously, Parmeneon is gone, so that could be problematic. By the way, if you want to actually take part in this series yourself, or if I should be more clear, if you would like to play this particular version of the map and the editing we've got here, including India, for example, well, lucky for you, I have decided to put the files, make them available for everyone. If you go onto Patreon, you don't have to be a paid member, just any normal member on Patreon. There is a section of the channel page there where you can get a link to my Google Drive, which will have some of the files for you to download and for you to play for yourself. So I'll put a little link to that in the description below. But for now, let's head on into battle. Well, hopefully we're starting off the day with a fairly easy one here. We're going to get Accretion Archers into range, and immediately then we'll start shooting at whatever we can. That is marvellous. I'm actually moving them to the front on this here occasion, just to make sure that we can pull them in, because they weren't being particularly... it's feeling like getting involved a moment ago, and I didn't want to bring their archers into it, and some of them are deciding that they want to maybe think about coming towards us, so we will just make sure that we charge them down if we need to. But I'm quite happy using my missiles here for a little while. Bit of a skirmish. I've got good range, I've got a slight hill advantage, so we'll just continue with the light skirmish for the start. After a slightly awkward opening skirmish then, we've had a little bit more luck at this point. A couple of units being taken out. Going to start pulling them into us. In fact, we're just going to start really moving forward at them now. That'll be absolutely magnificent. Get my archers shooting into theirs. If we can ever actually quite get our missiles shooting in on them. They are wandering around quite a lot right now. Cavalry are somewhat alive at this point. That's good. We don't need these guys running off too much. It looks like they want to kill themselves, so you know what, just shoot at the cav. You're about to die, lads. Sorry, you're utter numpties. So I think at this point we'll just start getting everyone slowly walking towards the enemy, and I think the battle will probably end itself before too long, yes. Once again, it's left for our Phrygian lads to do all the heavy lifting. I've loved these guys in this campaign. Absolutely magnificent stuff. They're getting a little bit overrun for half a moment there, but no, absolutely fine. It looks like most of them are falling away. General is ploughing through them now. Oh, that's absolutely marvellous and just what we want to see. Okay, let's just start. Oh, the arrows are flying. That's lovely. Yeah, I think we're just going to start tearing them up at this stage. Just get through to those archers as quick as you can. That should be everyone routing, and the city should be largely free for us to claim right now. We have basically lost our cavalry in this battle. Unfortunately, they've been as useless as most of them in this campaign, but it's absolutely fine. I think we can probably drag this one over the line and find him some more reinforcements. We do actually have some more cav on their way, so some slightly more competent companions can hopefully join us soon. 91% killed and a pretty darn good victory, just 103 of our men lost. And immediately we should probably send in a spy to die. Well done him. It's a Delphi. That's another spy dead. We've only, I mean, that's the third one we've lost, but it's been a while since we've lost any, to be honest. It's not too bad. Good news. Oh, good news. We finally arrived over here at Bactria. They don't have too much left in here. It's mostly the trash that has survived. Faction S that exists. Faction leader 76. Okay. You might actually die in the rioting if we're particularly lucky. And there is an assassin over here. Kind of looks more like a diplomat, but he has got an evil beard, so yes, we should probably bear that in mind. Right, we'll go and tell him to assassinate. You see, even assassins, like 32% chance of us actually succeeding. Hopefully, my good friend Mr. Diplomat, you're not going to die here to the assassin's blade, but we do have a spy around in the general still, I think. So yes, there is still a spy actually hanging around with him. So yeah, you should be absolutely fine for now. But for the time being, probably time just to end our turn and see if they're going to be able to do anything over here in the west. The answer is interesting. No, they've not decided to take us on over here. One turn from a beautiful new temple. Be a shame if that got demolished. Now, okay, we could send some reinforcements from Toma over here, but we don't really have any spare units whatsoever. So we're just going to have to land at Tom's Antium for the time being. And they put it under siege. Now, realistically, we should be able to walk in because the gates are already damaged, but hey-ho. Lots and lots of magnificent academies being built. As for everything else, I think we'll be okay. Send... Oh, they've sent their men back over here. That's interesting, isn't it? Well, very nice indeed. We've got some reinforcements in that part of the world. Not a lot, but it's something, damn it. Don't worry about your cobble on for you, sir. You just keep plodding over here to Azara. For the time being, that's probably for the best. Okay, very nice indeed. There's our reinforcement cav, just heading somewhere in this direction. One turn to Balac Falls. That'd be marvellous. I think really what we've got to do this turn is reorganise this and get Alexander probably moving straight over to India. First up then we have Balac, where there's a little bit of a Sally battle. Now, faction leader and family member. Okay, there's actually a couple important people here, but mostly they've been whittled down over time. Let's swing on in. Before I could even get myself in position, this one unit has run straight forward and got itself slaughtered. I don't quite know what they're doing, but it's fine. My chariots will love to like stop charging through my lines. That'd be absolutely magnificent too. We've just got really a line of phalanxes in front of rams, so this should be short work, you'd think. We'll just see how it all goes. These guys are going to run straight to ram because Eastern mercenaries, yes, Pajaman, are not very clever even in the past, so they've decided to run pretty much instantaneously. It's amazing how well the chariots do against some spearmen, to be honest, especially considering how often our companions seem to completely melt, even when they hit them from behind. But there we go, that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. We're just going to get all of these guys to take out these Bacanian horsemen. That's absolutely fine. Everyone else is just kind of holding in the centre. They are pretty much just melting straight away. It's just the generals that could cause us a few problems here, but otherwise we're probably just going to run into the plaza soon enough because, quite frankly, there's very little else that we need to worry about. Well, at this point, the generals have arrived, but we also have kind of like, you know, the gates under control, which is kind of amusing. So we're just going to send these guys in and see what happens. I might keep the chariots back here, actually. The chariots can stay out and hang around. That'll be marvellous. But the archers, yes, please be shooting into that general ASAP. And we do have these guys over here. I think they're already doing that exact job. Lovely stuff. So yeah, they're going to go grab the plaza, and the rest of us are going to go deal with the generals, mostly through probably using some pikes. That'll be magnificent. So yeah, let's just start getting these guys to walk slowly towards the generals, and I'm sure they'll be dead soon enough. For whatever reason, the general is just standing around waiting to get poked. They are obviously throwing some javelins in, but there we go. They're going to cause a bit of damage now. They are 3 experience hoplite. You'd hope they'd be okay, but at this point, yeah, they seem to be in some trouble. Let's go in for that Eastern General, please. Maybe you can go and deal with these guys instead. Let's just get them running on forward. That'll be absolutely fine. But I think this battle is mostly over. Don't really see them making it to the plaza in time. He's doing a good job against this lad, though. Not bad, lad, not bad. I'll get my general just to charge you down. Chariots are doing their job. Just got to hold him in place for a moment, actually. But we will, yeah, just get ourselves across. Get on top of that general as much as possible. And it looks like the infantry are about to catch them up. Only 2 minutes until the plaza. Okay, lovely stuff. I might just get one of these guys to go and intercept them at the gateway. And officially we have ourselves victory. You know what? We will take it. No man needs to die here today. So just about 100 men lost. That's pretty good. And Scythia are coming in for a chat. Do they want ceasefire? You don't get a ceasefire when you have Tom Xantium, you utter tit. Right, well, oh. Have we killed them? No, it's just rebelled. Okay, I thought for a moment their faction destroyed. Oh, it is faction destroyed. Persia are dead. Nice. Okay, victory and glory then. So yes, this was part of their territory, but I must have killed the last generals. Beautiful. Well, I think then this can be a city of victory and glory. And victory and glory is normally commented by one particular person who has asked for a city called the Great City of Dude E, or maybe just 2 E's. So yes, just 2 E's. There we are. Dude is now our brand new city. Thank you very much. It's a very small region actually, so I'm sorry that you have only this small little area, but I'm sure it's absolutely beautiful apart from all the devastation that we've caused. Nonetheless, you have a lovely shrine to Zoroaster, and it is a city of victory and glory, having finally defeated our great enemies. The Furies have indeed been unleashed. We have ourselves now 24 regions, not far from victory. Now, we've actually managed to relieve Epidamis somewhat here. They've given up on that. It's interesting because Tom was actually empty because I sent reinforcements from Jimothy, which means Jimothy is now empty. Hoping the rebels don't decide to take them. That would be the ultimate backstab. So yes, Tom Xantium up next, and to be honest with you, I'm quite happy just to auto-resolve that one. No worries about that. We will be burning you down though, people, because you have absolutely failed us. Nonetheless, now that we've burnt everyone down, we will at least do a bit of rebuilding in our beautiful, beautiful city. Can't really retrain at this point because I don't really have any forces to. I don't really have any fresh people for that kind of nonsense. So we will though go and build ourselves watchtower. I would if we're allowed to, but the game is being very weird. Attack ally, no, that's our friend. Okay, so we can't build a watchtower because the game is going strange. There's some weird map stuff on this game, but that one is particularly confusing. An interesting side effect, by the way, of Persia is that I don't think we can win the game anymore without attacking the rebels. Oh, that might be the ultimate irony. What's left? Can we do it? We need 5 more settlements. So 1, 2 India, 3, 4. I think we can't do it. I don't think we can do it anymore. That's quite funny. Unless, of course, they take one of the rebel settlements and we take it back. But yes, we're not attacking Persia anymore because they're our allies. Okay, that's a twist I wasn't expecting. Let's go and get men to reconvene over there. Persia is not ours. Alexander, though, is moving along in this direction towards India. That's fine. Yes, I don't quite know how we're going to get around that. We might have to backstab the rebels at the end, and that'll be the ultimate victory and the ultimate true defeat. Into Bactria we go. This one's a big, important one. Technically, we need it for victory, although that is slightly questionable if we've reached that now due to the whole rebel situation. Nonetheless, this is the faction leader over here. I've checked. It is the faction leader over in Coocha. So not an awful lot left after a couple battles out in the field. Time to finish the job. There will be no tactics on this day. There will only be their defeat. We are just sending all of our equipment in, apart from this one, which I forgot. We're going to send all our equipment in, damn it, and we're going to take whatever damage we take, and we're going to chunk down the 5 archers that they've got there on their wall. Absolutely marvellous. Okay, we're just going to work our way towards the gate here. They do have a few units. They'll probably have a few positions kind of covered. This isn't Medieval 2, so all these towers will be shooting anyway. There goes the ram. That's a shame, isn't it? That's a shame. You guys can just shoot up at those archers if you're so fancy. That'd be magnificent stuff. So yes, everyone getting themselves into position. Are we getting these guys shot? No, actually. As ever, the best unit in our army, not us, they're the Persian lads. Well, you know, Phrygians. Yeah, they're the best unit in this game as far as I'm concerned. I like those guys an awful lot. They can run and go and grab a tower. Everyone else is going to get themselves shot, but looks like we're in position now. I enjoy that one or two of these lads still want to carry their pikes aloft as they walk the ladder. It's an interesting little note there. You see, he's dropped his now, but you've still got yours. What's wrong with you, sir? Or what's so good about you? They've all got them now. Maybe he's just very strong and he can hold on to it the whole time. Either way, we are now just rambling our way along the walls and rambling our way through the commentary of this as well, it should be said. So let's go and get these guys who have beaten the... Why are they jumping up? It's a bit strange. But anyway, the tower's going to do some damage. Unfortunately, archers are going to do some damage. But now they are DED dead. Lovely stuff. So the tower is ours at this point. That is magnificent. We should probably start grabbing some of these towers to make sure nothing silly happens. But I think they're going to be struggling at this point. I think they are deciding to a bit of retreating. Not too much, actually. They're actually mostly up at the top, which is unusual. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Get these... Oh, of course, you're not the high pass pists. Yes, get these guys to get up here nice and quick and start throwing some javelins. Thank you very much. At this stage, they're just standing around. We're also just kind of standing around. Do you want to do anything? Maybe? I don't know. The walls are very, very strange in this game sometimes. They are down here. Stop trying to push back. Get on top of the barbarian cav and figure out how you're going to do things. You just get your pikes out, even though you're not in formation. The game is a little bit confused about what they're doing because they're still half climbing down. These guys can just stand around and throw some javelins in. Apparently you can't hit him. There's probably like 4 of them in a stupid position. Indeed, I believe that's what's going on. Get yourselves in position. Throw out whatever you can. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Unfortunately, our best units of the game have now run away. Bit of a shame that, but we're just going to be aggressive about things on this occasion. Let's just get everyone in and let's just have some fun. These guys are going to start throwing some javelins into this pile. Okay. That is of interest, isn't it? We've got another unit coming on in. Maybe just start throwing your javelins. That could be good fun. You know what? This whole, just because it's near the end of the game, let's throw everyone in at the gate thing isn't necessarily working. But some javelins coming in now. Oh, very nice. I could send in some chariots. We do like to throw away cavalry, so let's go and throw away some more of our cav. Don't have very much in this army. You might as well try and use what we've got. So these guys just hold in position here as javelins rain down them. Actually doing pretty darn good work. Let's go and clamber on down. We'll go and deal with these guys. And same for these guys down here. Get yourselves onto this part of the wall. Start throwing your javelins. Oh yeah, those guys doing some very nice work. Get yourselves over there. Missiles. Yeah, a few arrows potentially could help as well. Chariots coming in. They've immediately decided to flee with the chariots. Excellent work. Yeah, you better get out of there, bitches. We've got you under control. Okay, so chariots just piling on into the warlord because why ever not? These guys are still half up on the walls for no particular reason. That's fine. And just chaos abound. I quite like chaos. Chaos is good at this part of the game. Right, a few more javelins and well, we'll probably be fine soon enough. It should be said, I commented on me really liking these guys. The Phrygians have been pretty good. I did just give them a bit of a bum job there, taking on everyone at once. But in general, I think they have been fantastic. And I found, I mean, the hoplites have been absolutely fine. They're a bit weak to the old missiles. Quite a lot of missile skirmishing in this campaign. There seems to be an awful lot of work because the cavalry are very, very light indeed. These guys causing me just a few problems here, but looks like we've mostly got our infantry in position. Get on top of those guys. That'll be grand. But yes, it's an interesting one. Everyone's a little bit lighter in terms of armour. Obviously, it is pre-Rome Total War. By barbarian invasion, everyone has quite a bit of armour. Let's just start getting everyone forward at this point. I think we'll be fine. Well, eventually we made our way to the plaza. These guys should probably keep their pokey sticks out. That would probably help quite a lot. Do you guys want to get into the rear? That would probably help as well. Maybe we'll grab these guys over here. You know, we'll send in the general. He quite likes to fight. Why ever not? Down goes, not King McGee, Princey McGee. Prince McGee is dead. He's killed. And with him dead, it should be simple enough, really, to just finish mopping all of this up. Is he going to arrive in time? I'm not sure he will, you know. I think we've already won this battle. Struggling to kill the last guy over here. There we go. Dead. And with that, victory is ours. We lost a few men, but considering it was just throwing them to their deaths, they did pretty well. And with that, the great city of Bactria is ours. And lovely. Now, I must say, yes, we've been waiting a while to get this one, but Mr. Diplomat, Sir Kiembaka, you have finally got the city that you asked for. As your diplomat, you arrived. I'm going to leave you safely in the city now. You live there. It is yours. You may run it for as long as you like. Now, at this point, we can't really do too much more retraining. We have used up all of our units, but we've still got enough to go up to Coocha and finish the job, so I think we'll be fine. There's this guy as well, by the way. We should probably hold our ground in this part of the world, try and make sure that that's being dealt with. But, yes, at this point, it's basically Alexander's job to go and finish this off. And what else do we need to do? Oh, yes, Scythia. Scythia need to die. I'm sad to say that yet another spy has magically died. Polycrates of Delium is dead. Well done to him. But other than that, we're doing fine. We're just going to buy ourselves a few turns here, get a little bit of equipment set up, get Alexander over to India, and gradually finish off the Scythians. They are currently besieging Epidamnus, but we're just going to ignore that. We're just going to see if the rebels can help me out there, because it could be fun to see if they can manage it or not. So we'll see about that. Still can't place any watchtowers. Not sure why, but apparently we can't. So at this point, yes, see if these guys want to counterattack me. But essentially, we're just going to let Alexander do this job and then swing up north. Having reached India, I do remember that we're actually neutral with these guys, so we could leave them alone, but we could also just decide to attack them anyway, so that's what we're going to do. I assume they lost their army at some point. It may or may not be hiding, but yes, judged by the fact that they have 3 units which are all generals, I suspect they long since lost their army. I don't think the AI ever chooses to disband them, so they probably lost a battle, but they never had the whole thing lost. So there we are. Macedon and India are now at war, because we might as well carry on killing everyone. But aside from that, looks like yes, Scythia have given up over here once again, and we are, yes, bearing ever closer towards the Scythian capital. If you are on one of the ships, I'm sorry to say that you might be dead. 3 soldiers killed from a random storm in the Aegean. Of course, the Persian fleet is no longer there. Well, it is there, but it's a rebel fleet on this occasion, which means we need not worry about it, probably. So, into Tanay we go. We'll get that one placed under siege, and lots of rams. Question is, do we want to bring anyone else? You know, we'll leave these guys here for the time being. We'll keep getting this guy over here, and maybe over the border in the next region he can actually place down some kind of tower or something like that. Now I'm going to get some reinforcement cav into this army, because God knows we need some more cavalry. Can't get the javelin men there. These are very nice javelin men. They only go to Multan for the time being. Okay, so they might well attack us over here. It's fine. We're going to wait for Alexander to come on back around. The Admiral was one of the 3 men killed in that storm. That's absolutely brutal. No sign of the Scythian army, who have wandered off into the middle of nowhere. And with no more recruitment available, we basically just have to keep on punching all of these cities in the face. So here's Porus, faction leader. Very nice. Not too much to say at this point. 62 years young now. The question is, have I set this up where he's an elephant or not? I'm not sure. Yes, they are. They are elephants. Okay, are all 3 of them elephants? Because the game often has the initial unit like that, but not always the rest of them. In this case, they are all elephants. That's how I set the India campaign. Okay, well, time, Alexander, for you to hopefully not die. Let's head in. Into battle we go then, and of course we have ourselves elephants to take down. So, flaming arrows it is. We're going to see if we can get these to run amok. That'll be rather lovely, especially as they are general units. So that'll be great fun. We're also going to go and get ourselves some Hubris' lovely javelin men to come and get these guys to run away. Yes, indeed. We probably just need to move just a little bit more, lads. A bit closer. Thank you very much. There we go. A few of them are being shot down. I'm going to hope that Hubris is still actually with us at this point. Let's go and grab our archers. Yes, just make sure that those guys are shooting on in. There should be some flaming arrows coming to help you out, lads. Can you take down an elephant? Not quite immediately. Keep going. I believe in you, sir. I believe in you. Come on. Yeah, that was Hubris. I saw you take down the Mr. Elephant over there. Lovely stuff. Are these guys sending in flaming arrows? Not flaming arrows. There we go. You see, the javelins must have done it because I didn't even tell them to be on flaming. Excellent work, Hubris. Excellent work. Right. Next set of elephants then. You know what I should do, actually? I should get these guys to... maybe not you, actually. Maybe some of the hoplites. Yeah, we'll grab the basic hoplite, lads. Just going to get these to come and stand by the gateway. Just for the obvious reasons that the elephants are going to run out of this gate, aren't they? They're totally going to run out of this gate and cause... Look at them explicitly run in this direction right now. You guys maybe stop shooting. You stop shooting as well. No need to worry about them. Hopefully they'll go and kill their own friend in a moment. Good. Right, your job is just to stand here with phalanx in case the elephants come out. But we might as well just start sending this round a little bit closer. And we'll see if they want to be tempted in. Well, I'm very much hoping at some point we manage to get these guys to actually take on their friends. We can't really do anything to direct them, of course, but I'd very much like them to run amok into Hubris, or Hubris, sorry, not Hubris. Hubris hopefully will stay safe back here. Hopefully Hubris gets taken down by his own elephant friends. That would be magnificent. Where are they now, by the way? Just over there. That's a bit annoying. Right, we must be pretty close to getting these guys to rout. That would be good fun. Yeah, last few javelins coming on in. Can you do it, laddie Jim? No, I think Hubris has done his job already. It's a shame, but they do good work against the likes of elephants like this. So we'll see if the flaming arrows can just get these guys to run amok as well. But we will see. We've got some phalanxes to walk things in if we need to, so it'll be absolutely fine. Let's bring up a couple more of our hoplites. They will... Ooh, that's not very nice. Don't shoot my lovely friends. Yes, we're going to bring up some units here, and yeah, we'll just start to pull them in, I think. And the elephants are going back for a second go, and at this point we are actually getting some of our units inside. Do you want to turn and face them, actually, lads? That would probably be quite sensible. No? No, not great work. Put your pikes down, you utter lunatics. Doesn't look like they're going to do anything sensible here, but the flaming missiles are going to help you. Use your pointy sticks. There you go. They are quite good against elephants, you know. There we go. A little bit better. A couple of... They're getting flattened by elephants. It does happen. It's a shame these guys have 4 experience, but they are just getting... they don't really have much experience against elephants. That is fair to say. They're holding off. Oh, there we are. They're now running amok. Right. That may be terrible news for you, but it might be okay. And obviously, they run straight out the gate. Because that was the unit blocking the gate before. Excellent work. The other guys haven't yet arrived. So, lovely. My immortals are going to need to take him down. My Cretians are going to... Oh, dear. This was always going to happen, wasn't it? Hubris, no! You'll be all right. You'll be all right. They're running off now. Okay, well, someone's dead anyway. One of the generals has died. Who's died? Good old Hotep. Anyway, they're definitely... Don't chase after them, lads. Maybe change to flaming missiles and just take them down. That's probably for the best. Get your revenge that way. Okay, the phalanxes are here. So there we are. The phalanxes have arrived. A day late and a double short, but whatever. It's fine. Interesting. It looks like Hubris is coming forward for us at this point. Just the one elephant running off over there. The others, obviously, those ones haven't run straight out the gate. These ones, when the gate was blocked, are still just wandering over here. They couldn't possibly find their way to the plaza, could they? No, no, they could not. But of course, if he routs, then that's the end of the battle because, yeah, Ronamark is effectively routing as far as the game's concerned. So there we are. Okay, all the flame missiles in the world, which is basically 4 units worth. I say 4 units worth, it's more like 3 because we did take a little bit of a battering. That is true. Do you guys want to maybe just change up your angle slightly? Maybe something like that would be good. Yeah, we're going to do that. Right, those guys are now getting into position. In case you're wondering, by the way, Alexander is being kept safe at the back by a big box of spears, just in case the elephants run amok over here. Gotta be safe, you. Gotta be safe. All right. So, Boris, my good man. Get yourself in here into phalanxes and die soon enough, please. Isn't a great phalanx. You might be sacked in a minute. You might be dead in a minute, to be fair. So we get these guys into position. Do you want to just start running? Probably best start running. He's still fighting. Interesting. We're not doing very much damage at this point, but it's fine. It is what it is. At some point, they might come in for a charge. Charge could be fun. We're not quite crossed over properly here, but you know, still got a few pikes. We'll probably be okay. If not, we've got all the javelins in the world. So these guys are actually about in range now, and the javelins will definitely do good work chopping them up. I will probably get a few screenshots in here because it is quite fun to have the elephants. We don't have them very often, so we might as well enjoy it. So yes, considering we've still got a few arrows left, I think we should be able to finish him like this. We have been given victory, which I assume means he's running amok, which could be very, very silly indeed. Have his friends turned up yet? Or are they just wandering off in the distance? They're still wandering off here in the distance. I don't mind you walking through the phalanx, though. That'll be fun. We think we need to take out their general properly. I think that's the only real way. You've got to take out all 3 family members. That isn't what happened to Persia, of course. Because the way that battle ended, I actually didn't kill them technically in that last stand. I didn't realise it was their last stand. And the other thing in that particular battle being that... yeah, there are still a few Persian generals wandering around as rebels now, so they're actually my allies, which is a little bit strange. Now, I'm pretty certain that 2 sets of running amok elephants should be able to attack each other, actually. Is Porus going to escape? Porus is running off home! Oh, that's kind of ridiculous. We won't be able to kill him if he does that. Oh, fine, we'll just kill the one that we can, the one that's over here, I guess. He's going around the gate now. Does he want to leave? What's going on here? Well, if we can't kill Porus, we can at least kill the other lads. So down they go. Finally, running amok. At least when they're running amok, they don't bother using their arrows. That's good news. So good old Ammon Mose is dead as well. It looks like Porus might well get away here, which is a bit of a shame. They're going to have a few more deaths on us. That one's still getting away. Chase him down, lads. Chase him down. The question is will Porus make it over the line in time? Oh no, he's just approaching the red line of doom. We were so close. Oh no, he gets to live. India will live on in the, well, the lands of India, I guess, but we have taken the one and only city on this game. Porus will live in a very, very bizarre battle indeed. And with that, we will exterminate the population, of course, and with that, we need to name the city. This city is going to be for Dave Ingram, one of our members. Since we are in India, we're going to be the city of Dave Indiagram. There we go. That's suitably terrible. Lovely stuff. We'll just get you a load of basic stuff. That'll be absolutely fine. So, Dave Indiagram over there. It does roll off the tongue. Faction destroyed. India are done. Lovely. Porus lives somewhere as an elephant in the distance, but we'll never know where he is. Other than that, though, well, what does Alexander need to do? Well, we probably just need to get moving. I should have brought the reinforcements along. That was the whole point of them, wasn't it, Thomas? The whole point of this other army was that we actually had someone to go and look after this town when we were gone. So, okay, we'll send them over there. They can make their way in this direction. And we will, well, actually what I could do is just send the reinforcements instead. That might actually make more sense. So yes, we'll sort that out anyway. We'll get Dave Indiagram with some lovely forces to look after it. But otherwise, it's time to head over to Scythia. Well, it's a very, very good thing that Pyrrhus decided to leave Memphis because Oh dear, 39 more people have been killed in an earthquake there. Well, 39 more soldiers, I should say. Quite a few more people died. I don't really care about those. But yes, Memphis is looking much happier these days. Certainly helps that we've got the Academy Scriptorium all set up. We actually moved the capital at some point as well. Is it Shakmak? Yes, it is. It's over here. That's not because of Tanzantium falling, by the way. I did that separately to try and fix some of the problems with public order. Has certainly helped. Certainly helped that we've settled things down a little bit now. So we're just going to keep on following this man around. But Alexander is mostly moving his way over there towards the final city. You can see here, by the way, that the watchtower does work the second you just step into that territory. I know it looks mainly like it's in Sarmatia. It's not, it's in Dahe. So yeah, something weird going on with that region and its towers. But I thought we'd just starve these guys down. If they want to come in for a big massive battle, I'm happy to do that as well. We'll just see what they fancy doing, to be honest. But yes, just biding that time, waiting for the correct moment to finish off our campaign. Or basically just waiting for Alexander to carry on marching, because he's got a few more little battles to do yet. Well, the most boring 16-year-old in the world with a slightly wonky eye is joining us, and apparently we are behind schedule. I think we're pretty close, to be honest, my good lass. I think we are nearly there. We are actually outside the last city, or the last one just about, because we're already outside of the Scythian territory. You sir might need to find a new location to go and stand. Yes, probably for the best if you just wander over here. Build yourself a new watchtower there. That'll be fine. Continue to shadow that lad. Someone's got married. There we are. Cassandra of Petra got himself married. Some sewers have been built. And there's a few comings of age. I don't really know where these guys are. Yet more over here in the land where we can't build any goddamn towers. So yes, here we are. A new region where we can build a tower. Very nice indeed. Yeah, so I've actually got a few generals. I'm actually going to go send them around just to make sure we have some random watchtowers, things like that. Let's go search around Arabia. Let's go and build ourselves a nice watchtower around about here. You've got lots of vision. Why not have more, sir? Why not have more? One day we might find Siwa and build ourselves more cities. Looks like Scythia may not make it all the way back. We are on the final end turn at this point. City expands. Parmenio Mazzini. Lovely stuff. You've got yourselves a grand old councillor's chamber coming very, very soon. And the Scythians have given up. How ridiculous, lads. Well, we're going to burn them to the ground and that will be it for them. They're now our friends, I guess. That's the end of Scythia. Why would they just give up? What a useless faction that was. Well, they managed to burn down Tanzantium for a day. In fact, they're just occupied, by the way, actually. They didn't even have the balls to go and burn down my city. So there we are, Tanay falls. But the most important thing, of course, is Alexander over here at Coocha. And we're going to have a go at just assassinating someone, because why not? He's failed at everything he's tried so far. The world's most incompetent man has failed once more. There we go. So we're going to build ourselves a pile of rams. By the way, is your name? No, Paramonos. Okay, I thought you was on Parmeneon for a moment there, which would be quite embarrassing. But yes, otherwise, we've just kind of got ourselves stalking this lad who's walking off into the Aral Sea for no particular well-known reason. This guy can go lay down a watchtower, but he's mostly just chasing this lad around as well. And yes, on our lovely escapades to go and build ourselves watchtowers, we are gradually getting there. Let's just keep on building. With the campaign at its end, it's time to head into Coocha. And the 5 rams should be plenty enough to take down what is quite a small town. Alexander's army looking pretty darn mighty when it comes to, yes, the last 3 lads of Dahe. They need to go down. Barbarian swordsmen, yeah, nothing too much to worry about here. Let's swing on in. In we go then for the final city. Well, the final city that is non-rebel anyway. We'll have to get to that problem in a moment, but these lads are going to get themselves shot down by the gate. That is excellent news. Of course, the Phrygian lads, I love my Phrygian lads. Shame we haven't had a few more of you guys. Excellent hats, and really that is what I judge my units on. Nonetheless, my Christians doing pretty well in spite of their lack of hats, because yes, doesn't their picture have a hat? I feel like it does, you know. Maybe it's the accretions on Rome Total War that are hatted. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They don't have hats, but they're still pretty darn good. They are, yeah, shredding those lads as we head on in. I will go and get a second hole in the wall. Get our lovely Persian infantry, 3 experience. Oh yeah, silver shield and sword. If they get shot by the tower, by the way, I'm not too worried because they are Persians. They might as well go down. But with those guys looking pretty darn battered, yeah, time to knock down the walls and soon enough take out their generals. As the wall falls down, it looks like they're coming in for another go. That suits me. I'm quite happy with that scenario. Shoot them down, lads. Shoot them down. So yeah, plenty of missiles coming on in. Hopefully no one getting shot in the back. No one yet. That's marvellous. Yeah, get our Phrygian lads in. Get these lads to follow. In fact, just get all of them into the city. That should be absolutely marvellous. We might well start to get some... generals react in a moment, but we will see. Phrygians, get yourself into position, and that'll be absolutely grand. Yeah, everyone starts shuffling in. They are in trouble. For some reason, these guys actually want to take us up. Why have you put your bikes up, you utter fools? Anyway, get the missiles to stop for the time being. They just start moving forward. A couple of the lads did get taken down there, but the Phrygians, once again, doing the job. Choppy, choppy lads. Let's make sure we go and get our javelins in to join the fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're in trouble. Right, let's get everyone into position because it looks like they are very much running away from us now. Let the Phrygians run on. They're having a great time. Our heroic Phrygians have done a great old job. They've managed to clear off both the units. Now the general's coming in for them. I don't think they'll survive that one, sadly. But they've done an amazing job there to chop down both of those units. And they're going to go down to the last because they are heroic. Thank you for your service, Steve. Anyone who was Phrygian in the comments section, you have served us well. One or two of you might be able to pick yourselves up after what might have been an arrow in the side of your face over here. I don't know. So you might be able to console yourselves at the end of this battle, but we will see about that. Anyway, get ourselves into position, see if we can send the archers to cause them some trouble. Interesting. The general's actually going to come on in early here. Oh, this is the barbarian cav. Interesting. Fine. That works for us, I suppose. Wow, the phalanx really didn't work very well there on the downhill. I thought it would still do the job, but apparently not. Okay, that's interesting to note for future reference. Let's go and get the general is piling through here, and he's not really supposed to be. He was supposed to be mopping up the last unit, but he's a bit late for that. You know what, lads? Yeah, just get yourselves through. Go deal with the barbarian cav, because somehow they're doing pretty well pushing down the hill against the phalanx. You'd think even with the hill, the phalanx would be enough to deal with them. But we'll get around them now. They will break immediately. You'd think. Good on Alexander doing some good work there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And with that, yeah, we can get ourselves set up now, chaps. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, Alexander. No, 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 no. You get yourself over here, companions. Companions. No, no, no. We know how stupid you are at living. You get yourselves back there. Thank you very much. Right, everyone in position. These guys have any missiles, by the way? No, they're just more barb style, aren't they? I do quite like their little get-up here. Can we just enjoy their jacket? Excellent jacket. Right, are they coming in? They are coming in, and we're not really ready, lads. So, do you want to be ready? That would be great. Alexander's about to get charged. That's just perfect. Yep, there we go. What an absolute mess. Why don't they let me set up and actually kill them? One of them's dead anyway, so that's a good job done. If these guys get themselves into position, that would be marvellous. I'd like to actually, you know, engage with the trap. But it looks like everyone's just stopped because they bumped into that lad. Brilliant. Well, despite the fact that we made a bit of a mess of this setup here, they finally managed to figure out what I wanted them to do, which is form a bit of a phalanx. Excellent. So in come the missiles to pull them in. They are indeed getting shot down a little bit. And are they going to come die? That's the barbarian warlord. Lovely stuff. Yeah, see, that's more like a phalanx we want to see. Oh, yes. And plenty of hypaspists throwing in their javelins. I hope I at least got it vaguely right on that occasion. Excellent. That's the enemy king. Down he goes. Goodbye, Steve. He's gone. Gone and lost. And with that, yeah, it's just a matter of time now. Well, I have sent Alexander in to finish the job, but he's kind of just standing there. There we go. He learnt how to take him down in the end. Isn't that just marvellous? Right, so most of our men survived that battle. Excellent stuff. And with that, we exterminate the final enemy city. Faction destroyed. Die. Beautiful stuff. The Furies have been unleashed. And yes, while it's the last enemy city, it's not quite the last city, of course. We need 30 settlements to win the game. Now, we've got all of the ones listed here, but what we don't have is the 30th one. That is a bit of a problem in some ways, because the the rebels are supposed to be our friends. It does leave us with a little bit of a dilemma here because we are very much the rebel anarchy here on this channel. I should point out, by the way, a very, very late in the campaign new city of Tomado, and no, this is not more of me naming cities after myself, which would actually suit an Alexander campaign in fairness. No, we have ourselves a new subscriber, a new member who is just in time to get himself a brand new city. So, Thomas Maddock, here, have yourself a lovely, lovely city named, I gave you this one because it began with T. So there we are. I hope you love your city just in time to have it signed up. Right, well, we've got to figure out what we're going to do at the end here. We're going to, yes, build ourselves a beautiful empire. With the game drawing to a close then, let's look at this magnificent empire that we have built for ourselves. Oh yes, an empire of grand purple peace. It is magnificent. The Pax Macedonia, if you will. Indeed, Parmenan over here. Yes, building ourselves an aqueduct. Great infrastructure projects everywhere. Buckets of money to be spent for a better world for us all. Baths over here in Mud Honey. Sounds like we need it indeed. Things are absolutely marvellous. I mean, we still can't build any watchtowers over here for some unbeknown reason. But hey-ho, all is good in general. We even have a marvellous set of honorary guards here, the rebels, just making sure everything is all fine and dandy. Yes, it's a beautiful empire, an empire of peace. But is that really enough for Alexander? I'll be honest. This doesn't feel like the right end for our lad here. I feel like Alexander the Gunning, Alexander the Catamite, Alexander the Brave, the Bloody. Yeah, I feel like he would want to go in for one final victory here. And you might have noticed that his friends are kind of hovering around the last 3 rebel territories. And indeed, I think we might need to do something about that. Yes, so I think we're going to, sadly, put these guys under siege. Yes, we will attack our ally. It is the way of Alexander. And it is the way we'll end this. I can't even speak. I'm so disgusted at myself here. But we will go and finish this campaign, damn it. They're going to go and send everyone in. One thing I will say is, Alexander, I think Alexander needs to do this the right way, which is he's going to send some of his lads away. I'm sorry, Pyrrhus. You've come this far. You came for the end, but you're not coming for the end of the end. The companions. It's time for us to do this ourselves, damn it. 6 turns for it to be sieged out, and it's time for the companions to do their work. That's the way that this cookie is going to crumble. Perhaps unpredictably, for the victory, for the final 30th settlement, Alexander must do this alone along with 150 odd companions, 171 men heading on into battle. He totally could do this, but I think this is the right way of doing it. Let us head on in for victory and for glory. The purple pajama men are going to take us down. Oh, you couldn't make it better. Let's head on in. Let's see if Alexander can win the day. Here we are then, the final battle, the final moment of potential hubris here from Alexander, taking on, betraying his friends, his rebel friends. Now, okay, we're going to give him a fair fight here. This is it. This is the last battle, one way or another. We win here or we die here. 30 settlements will end the game no matter what. We actually can't continue. So it's befitting, really, that we just throw him in with his companions and see if he can do it or not. Are you a god or are you just merely a man? Well, the companions are going to find out first. They are not gods, by the way. They will die. Watch them die! That was a slightly better charge than normal from my companion friends. Well done. You might get a double rout. They did get a double rout. That is spearmen there, though, so they might not do quite so well on that one. Let's, I'll let them pull out there for a moment. It's a good start, lads, a good start. Let's go and bring some more friends into the party. Alexander can just sort of trot, not quite trot, plod along. Calcades, yeah, get yourselves out of there, guys. No need to die unnecessarily. As I say, this might be hubris, but it doesn't need to be a suicide. No, we will see about that. So, get yourselves in position. You see, I'm trying to tell them to run and they're not running. Mr. Alexander, do some good work for your friends and start ploughing into those spearmen. We'll blow the horn of destiny. Probably a good idea. Oh, that's what we need to see. Watch the spearmen melt like the proverbial cheese. They have not melted. They're still fighting. Well, okay. Let's just see what you can do there, Mr. Alexander. They are wavering. Change over to swords, please. That's spears. That's still totally spears. There we go. No. They definitely do have swords. I can see some swords, but I don't know quite what's going on at this point. We seem to be ploughing through the gateway. Not sure that's a sensible idea, lad. To put yourself back out. Now, anyway, it's been a grand old campaign. It's been lovely having you all along. We're just under 5,000 devs. It will almost certainly be 5,000 at the end of this battle, just to let you know. Persian infantry at the gate. This is the problem, actually. Persian infantry are causing me some problems. Do you want to charge on in? Yeah, we'll charge on in. We'll just keep on going. I think we should be able to get these guys routing with a little bit of a surround. If they want to get in the side, then yes, we totally will. Right, companions, get us around here. Alexander, get yourself over here as well. Yeah. Just start hitting in them inside. Perfect. Now, as we chunk through all of these guys, there are some reinforcements by the way back there. I think we'll be fine. Try and get yourself around. Mop them up. Interesting. This is... Oh, there we go. There's the break. We've got it. Charge on through, chaps. Right. Now with that, we've broken through most of the infantry. We might have actually. One infantry there, but it looks like peltas mostly at this point. Okay. Get you two lads to move into here. Get Mr. General McGee, Mr. Alexander, by the way, to go and deal with that. Yeah, they're routing. They are totally melting apart here. Right, get on top of that last infantryman, and we might actually have the first army here. That's absolutely magnificent. Keep on chunking. Yep, they are. They just completely... Yeah, they completely fell apart on the floor there. Leave the general here. You 8 start ploughing forwards. You 30 do much the same. In comes general, by the way. Interesting. Yep, get into the general, sir. You've totally got him. We're winded, but we're not exhausted yet. So there we are. Alexander, blow your horn of destiny, sir. My chef. And we'll head on in, yes. Nearly 5,000 dead. It will be about 5,000 about now because it was about 5,900 before this battle. So that will just be what it is. Send in another charge into those guys. These lads are just standing next to the plaza. Excellent work, everyone. You get on top of him. Right. So this actually might be quite close, by the way. 47 to 67. This is a pretty darn chunky bit of work. So oh, javelin's not nice. Not nice at all. Get into these lads. Now, I'm pretty certain we have an alternative weapon here. Maybe I am mixing the unit up with a different one. I thought we had swords. Anyway, it looks like the cavalry's been cleared out by the general. There we go. Good work, Alexander. Good work. Down goes their general, and with that, the plaza is pretty much ours at this point, actually. Yeah, that's that guy gone as well. The plaza is ours. Now, they do have a pile of infantry coming in somewhere. I'm not going to block the gate. We're going to do this fun and fairly, by the way. So, yeah, we'll just invite them to the plaza. They can all come to the plaza and meet us here. You get yourself off for a moment. I don't want the timer to run down, so I'm gonna get off the plaza. But we are gonna go and make sure we meet these Eastern infantry. I think they're coming through this way. No, that's the General Dying Thomas. Over here, looks like they've just come through this gate here. That is fine. Okay, well, get off the plaza, but we'll bring them this way. And we'll see them for one final bout on the plaza lands. You know what? There's been an awful lot in the comments section from a couple noisy commenters there about my companions and about how I have misused them. Well, I'm afraid, lads, you're going to have to prove your worth to me. I'm going to send you in actually pre-plaza. They're exhausted, by the way, and they're Eastern infantry. I mean, if you can't take care of them, come on. Prove your worth. This is a nice little tower here for the councillor's chamber. So yes, these 5 are just going to charge at him. Come on, you can totally take him down. You see, that was great job. You got them routing already. Let's send your friends in to come and help. That'll be absolutely magnificent. That looked like they were shot by ballistas. That's a way to go. Ploughing down 7 East infantry with a single horse. Love it. Absolutely. Oh, lovely work, companions. Good. They've actually routed them. Oh, that's quite funny. Yeah, pull out of there. Pull out. That's not sport. This guy can hunt them down by himself because he's just one horse. But you guys, no. You can plough it. They've routed before they've even been touched. That's quite spectacular. And I think we might accidentally win here. Even when I'm just trying to fight these guys. Oh dear. Just try and get Try and get through them. I want to take down this unit. If we might actually rout them before they make it back to the plaza, that would be quite funny. Come on, charge. It's technically victory. It's technically victory. Oh dear. Lads, let's make some sport of it. Let's make some sport of it. Let them get home. And we'll take them on the plaza in a minute. That'll be much, much fairer, won't it? Right, Alexander, go and claim the plaza. Thank you very much. But you're gonna have to fight them properly. I'm not having this. This guy's by himself. Steve here. I love it. I love it so much. If that's you, just imagine how many East Infantry you've just taken down by yourself. Well done, sir. You get to stay as my companion. You get to live, probably. You're about to die, actually, because that unit's about to start fighting. You're probably best running off for a moment. We'll go take him on soon enough. It's absolutely fine. Right, they're going to go and take on Alexander. That's what you want to see. You can deal with them, and we'll close the gap on these guys soon enough. Right, they're going to start charging him. They are, you know. Excellent work. Right, you. Get into these Eastern Mercs. Yeah, you can see Alexander there. He's galloping up. He's ready for battle. Bring him in. There's no more Horn of Destiny here. Damn it. This is where Hubris is tested. Are the Eastern Infantry going to be able to bring themselves some glory? Can they actually take down Alexander? Or is he going to do the job? No. Let them get on the plaza properly, please. We want Alexander to do... You know what, guys? Companions, get out of there. I'm not going to throw you away to your death every time. You just lose to those guys. We don't let Alexander do his job. He's ploughing through them, in fairness. So we will see if he can complete that or not. He's doing a hilariously good job, actually. He's doing a very good job of taking these guys out. Companions, just run off. You can just leave Alexander to this. He's absolutely got it. You don't need to die. I'm sorry what I said before. You don't have to die. Right. What do we got here? We got 66 of these guys. We've got another 97 over here. Surely. I mean, they might have lost their hit points by now, though. They might have lost their hit points. You never know. Alexander's not quite at the front either. He's doing a bit of killing, but he's not really taking the blows here. So we'll see if he can work his way through the end of this. 42. Oh, dear. I think he's going to do it. He's going to win this by himself, isn't he? What an absolute sodding hero. He's going to take him down. He's right at the front now. He's right at the front now. He's going to take, I think he just took a hit there, but it's not able to. We can't see how many hits he's taken. We'll just have to see if he can manage to do it or not. I'm a bit confused what's happening here. They just seem to be standing around at this point. They seem to they're giving up on Alexander. This is going to take out his friends one by one. Why aren't we engaging with them? Why are we just standing here? I mean, make up your own story at this point. They just... Should I... Should I? That's just amazing. Why do they stop fighting? Anyway, they're just gonna stand there. Do we want to send in the companions? Do we just want to? You know what? I'm just gonna let them just see how long it takes them to actually fight back. I don't know what's happened, but they've just decided they couldn't bring themselves to do it. They couldn't bring themselves to take out the rebels, and they're just going to stand around and die. The companions might be able to win. Oh no, they want to do it! They've woken up! Alexander's dead, you utter fools. Well, you know what? That's perfect. I'm quite happy with that. Alexander, only 171 men brought into the battle. Men remaining in 70. I think that means actually 100. That brings the death count to 4,948. So not quite 5,000. Marvelous stuff. But yes, Alexander just stood there and let himself get killed by the rebels. He felt deeply ashamed, I assume, but that was very strange. I kind of love it. That's perfect. But we have technically lost at this point, so we'll click and continue. How is the game going to react? Now, okay, this is very interesting because this is victory here. Victory! Victory! We got the 30 settlements. Alexander is dead. Even now, Hanime's guides his soul to Hades. Surely the gods have forsaken us. He just stood there, man. A bright star has been snuffed out prematurely. He's like 63 and wailing. And ululation. I've never seen ululation echoes. Ululation. Interesting. Echoes across. Is that a word? I'm not sure I've ever seen that written down anyway. Grief and ashes are a bitter lot from this day forward. And yes, the game ends because Alexander's dead, but we did just take 30 settlements. we technically won the battle before he died. So, I mean, read this ending how you want. I mean, we did succeed, technically, and we also technically failed. The thing is, in my mind at this point, what happens is the map just goes rebel grey and the anarchy wins, and I'm quite happy with that. The other way you could look at it is this now breaks up, much like it did in real life, into a big pile of warring factions. So really, this is the canon ending in many ways. Absolutely magnificent. Well, thank you all for joining me on what has been a ridiculously silly campaign. It's been great having you all in the comment section. 10,000 subscribers, only 5,000 of you died. Oh, it's lovely. I don't know how many people left the channel in that time, but yes, I hope you got to survive, and I hope your city has a lovely time in the Rebel Anarchy. Before we end completely though, I will just give a big thanks to all of the members here on the channel. Of course, I did give them some city names here, but some of you as loyal commenters as well. It's been really fun doing this. Do suggest any more future fun campaigns we could do like this. If you want to play this for yourself, by the way, with India there, with the changed map, on the Patreon, you don't have to be a paying member. You just need to join as a free member on Patreon, and you can... you have a link there to the Google Drive, which will give you some of the files for playing this for yourself. I'm going to start doing that more and more, by the way, putting the mod files on there. They're not behind a paywall, in part because of probably legality, I imagine. But equally, it would be nice to have them available for everyone. So I put them there to organise them together in one place. So they're all there on the Patreon. As a free member, you can access those. So do go take a little look at that. There will be a link in the description below. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is To Notice Human, and this has been a magnificent 10,000 subscriber special. And the Rebel Anarchy are once again victorious. Thank you very much, and tally ho. Welcome to Babylon, which is empty. Oh, Steve's dead. Bit of a shit. Makes me a bit sad about it all. It's okay, guys. This is what it's about. Oh, they turned their backs. We did actually break them with a charge. Exceptional. How are we doing this? They may take our armies, but they'll never take our spies.